Welcome to day 26 of our 30 Days of Money Miracles challenge. This is so good. We're working out of 30 Days of Belief Work Finances, link below to that. And today we have some interesting stuff to talk about. Okay, we have to talk about the idea of not having enough money as a gift, because I think that it truly can be a gift to not have enough money. Why would I say that? Because when we do not have enough resources in this world, at least when we do not obviously have enough resources in this world, we can use that feeling of scarcity as a propeller to identify our false beliefs, to identify our behaviors that are contributing to our scarcity, so that we can change the way that we are perceiving the world, the way that we are interacting with the world, so that we can heal ourselves and our behaviors and our actions and our thoughts, so we can step forward and add value. Whenever we're in a scarcity space, it is a gift that is meant to propel us forward. And so I do think that not having enough money can be a gift. It is always a gift to us. Of course, this is a gift that many of us do not want. And the less we want it, often the more we experience it, because it is there to help us propel forward and to figure out why we are struggling with scarcity. Does this make any sense? If you are still in scarcity mode on day 26, this is a huge present to you. It is a gift that's telling you, you have to go deeper now. Now you have to go deeper than you thought you had to go. There is something going on in your mind and in your heart, something going on in your spirit and your body that is not in alignment with the laws of the universe that govern financial resources, that govern resources in general. Okay, there is something out of alignment. How are we going to identify it, and how are we going to change it? Okay, so I want us to reframe really quick that money is a gift, and not having money is also a gift. But we use that gift of not having enough to change ourselves so that we can experience the gift of having enough and then having more than enough, which is what probably all of us want, is to have enough and more than enough. And I know you, the people that come to me, you are wise people. I know you. You are not a selfish person. You don't want all the money so that you can sit on your pile of money and not make the world a better place. You want to make this world a better place. You want to have enough for yourself. You want to have enough for your family, and you want to have enough to help the person that you care about with whatever the problem is that they need help with. That I know that is what you want. And I will just say it is okay to have a dragon hoard of money and also richly bless the other people in your life with financial resources. You can have both. And I believe that really, I think many of us do want to experience the both. And many of us are still stuck in that scarcity space. Can we shift out of that scarcity space? And the answer is yes. And how do we do that? We have to go back to the basics and figure out what is going on in our minds that is keeping us in that space. So today I want to invite you to journal about this. Like, what is going on in my mind that is keeping me in a space of scarcity, if that is truly the case for you at this time? And if you think it's not the case for you, I would still invite you to do this journaling, because you might find a secret little hidden thing that you didn't realize was in there. Are you ready to release the struggle for resources and allow yourself to experience a flow of wealth? Are you ready to let go of the need to struggle? I told this story before, but early on in my journey, I did a practice session on someone, and I asked if, what came up was that her energy field was absolutely addicted to struggle. And she felt like if she was not having a hard life, then she was not living a good life, because she felt like God wants us to suffer. God gives us suffering to make us better people. So I need plenty of suffering. And I said, that I honor that that's the belief that you have in there, but it is possible to learn without suffering. I mean, I think this comes from this idea that like life is a test. And I've said this before too. I like taking tests. Like, why can't life be a test that you enjoy? Why can't you love it? You know, why can't you just have a great time sharpening that number 2 pencil and sitting down with your little bubble sheet? Guess what? Life is a test. Tests don't have to be hard. Tests don't have to be hard. Have you ever taken a test and you just breezed right through it? You knew every answer, rocked it, got an A. If you have not had that experience, trust me, there are people in this world that have had this experience, and that proves that you can also have this experience. You can have a test that goes very easily for you, that you love, that you had a fun time with, that you got an A on, and it wasn't even hard. You broke no sweat. You are allowed to have that. You are allowed to release yourself from this false belief that God expects all of us to struggle and suffer and have a terrible life. I don't believe God expects that of us. I believe that a lot of suffering that we experience is strictly optional. Here's the thing. I don't know if you've heard this phrase before, that pain is necessary, but suffering is optional. You know, I do think that all of us go through things that are painful, but the suffering aspect is strictly mental. It's strictly mental. There are people who can end up with nothing. I don't know. Have you heard these stories where like millionaires lose everything and then become millionaires again because they understand the laws that govern money? They understand how the universe works. You can be that person, but to be that person, you have to be willing to say goodbye to the part of yourself that is not that person. You have to be willing to say goodbye to the part of yourself that insists on reliving continual patterns of struggle, resistance, self-sabotage, doubt, fears. You have to be willing to say goodbye to that. Okay, pause. What emotions come up when I say, I want to be rich? I want you to say it. You say it to yourself, I want to be rich. Okay, what do you say? I want to be rich. What feelings come up in your body? Do you feel guilt? Do you feel shame? Do you feel a sense of constriction? Or do you feel a sense of expansion? Whatever feelings you've got going on in your body, I want you to ask them, why are they there? Body, why are these emotions coming up for me right now? And these are the emotions I want you to sit with today and really dig into. Okay, this is from day 26 of 30 Days of Belief Work, finances. And if you want to journal those things out in, oh my gosh, like typing it out in a place and save them, you can do that at alliedozetclasses.com in the module for this program that I've made these videos available for free on YouTube because I believe that everyone should have a little help getting out of their scarcity mindsets. But if you want to take it a step further, you can do all your journaling and everything inside of that. And we'll be doing a live session on September 30th around money to hopefully clean up any more loose ends left after this program, which we were all going to have loose ends. Our relationships with resources is always going to be cyclical. It's going to expand and contract with the seasons, with the things that happen in our lives. So we're all going to have stuff to do. And guess what? If you want to do this program again after we wrap up on September 30th, then do it again, because there's going to be more to work through and you'll find that your experience changes over time. But yeah, thank you for being here today. Thank you for digging into this stuff. This is something that is so critical for every human being. Every human being has to deal with their relationship to resources. And that is really what money equals resources. It equals an availability of every resource you can imagine. Time, stuff, food, shelter. I mean, gasoline in cars, and even the ability to see your friends, the ability to go visit your parents in Europe, the ability to take your kids on vacation. Money is just resources. But every human being has to deal with resources. That's how human beings work. This is how our bodies function. We need to have food and water and shelter. We need to have clothing, you know, we need these different things that in a previous era would not have been supplied by money. We would have to deal with actual nature itself. And we're not in that space right now, but we still have to deal with resources, and money is how we do that. So welcome to humanity. Welcome to the human experience. The human experience is being a spirit encased in this beautiful machine that is your body, which requires resources in order to stay alive. That is what it means to be human. And so thank you for doing this work. and doing your part to heal yourself so that you can pass that on to your children, to your friends, to your parents, to everybody that interacts with you. As you heal, you help heal everyone else that you ever meet. And so I just feel really grateful to you. Thanks for making this world a better place. Wow, look at us. Go team. Okay, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to come hang out in the Facebook group, Intuitive Healing with Ali Gisette. If you want to, hit the notification bell if you want to, and it will give you a little ding when tomorrow's video comes out. But thank you for being here.